Welcome, everybody, to episode 8 of The White Noise. We are back in the great state of Massachusetts, back in Boston. We're hyped to be here. See our new little backdrop. It's exciting, but we got some special news, some exciting news. Our one and only Alex Welsh here has welcomed his second baby, Gianna James Welsh, his first girl to the world, and September 7th. Congratulations, brother. We're happy for you and Brooke. She's a rock star. Congratulations. Like, you want to talk about being a girl dad? You're the first girl dad that I'm associated with. So
yeah, it was incredible. She was born about a week ago from today, and shout out my wife, man. Brooke, you are amazing, super mom. And I always say that, like, there's a reason women carry babies and men don't. Population would go extinct because, wow, not only carrying and growing them for 9 months, but then birthing them is unbelievable. And yeah, my first girl, my son will be 2 here in a couple of months. So I'm pumped.
202?
202, man.
Congrats.
It's, I mean, following in your footsteps, my guy.
You got a girl, so that's
It's
I'm excited to learn from you about, like, girl dads, and, like, they say, like, having a girl is a different kind of love, and
yeah.
like, obviously, like, you love Jay, and, like, I love my kids, but they say having a girl, like, changes a man. So
It does. Yeah. We'll get there in a minute, but we were with Tad Boyle, head coach Colorado, over the weekend, and he looked at me when he heard that I had a girl, and he's like, "Oh, you got softer, didn't you? She softened you up a little bit." I'm like, yeah, she did. So I know it's only been a week, but I told him, I said, I feel like she's changed me in a way that, my son changed my life from my first kid, right? But the girl, it's a different feeling. And I went out the day after she was born. We were home, obviously, and I took my son to Target, and we had all gender neutral stuff for my son, all the newborn stuff, because we don't find out the gender until they're born. And I just wanted to get some pink stuff. So I went out to Target, dropped a bag, man, went and got like every pink onesie they had, came home. My wife was like dying laughing. She's like, "What are you doing?" So it's been fun. Like, we already love dressing her up, and I love putting her in all the pink stuff. And I just feel like she's my little, like, my little princess. So it's been great. I'm excited to be a girl dad. I had a girl dog for 11 years throughout college and after college. So I definitely love having a daughter. So
yeah.
I'm excited. Thank you again. Shout out Brooke. You're amazing. And we're very lucky to have you as my wife and our kid's mom.
Maybe I got to get some girl dogs, because I got 2 boy dogs, 2 boys.
Hannah's
just Hannah around here.
She's got a lot of
the only girl we have around here is Hannah. And
a lot of masculine energy.
Thank you for Hannah, obviously, but shout out Brooke. Congrats to you.
Thank you, bro.
And excited to see you grow as a father, and
thanks, bro.
And your family continues to grow. So it's exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting. We're busy. We'll get her out. We'll get her out in Boston here soon. We'll put the earmuffs on her. She'll be, the lights will be.
Yeah. That'd be exciting. Get them all together. That'd be exciting.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. We got to go day game for sure. It's always a problem, right? Like, day games are nap time, and then night games is just too late.
But, like, when they're that age,
don't really matter.
Yeah. So
knocked out at the game.
It's kind of like in between. Yeah. So it's like a good time right now.
Yeah, you're right.
So that doesn't come to games. You just have to hold them the whole time. It's just,
yeah. Got to wear a strap
or something. Yeah. But congrats.
Thank you, bro. Well,
can't wait for them to get to Boston.
I know. And Jay's at that age too, where being at the arena is like a little more fun. He's a little more into it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm excited for next year too, because, like, Kendricks is gonna be at, like, so many games.
Oh yeah.
Obviously he loves basketball, and so
Hooper.
It'd be dope to have all the kids there, even though Dax hates being in one spot for too long.
Dax is a busy bee. Yeah, that's the tough part. Keeping them, like, in the same 1 foot vicinity. You got to be up, down, family room, back out.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Because Hendricks wants to be at the game, just sitting in the chair watching.
Yeah.
Dax wants to be like in the back running around playing.
Yeah.
So we got kind of balanced the two, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be an exciting year just because like they're getting to an age where they can watch more and they.
I mean, Henny is tapped in, man. He knows every player, every number that they wear. I mean, he doesn't watch much TV, but if he's watching TV these days, it's like YouTube highlights of Dada, JT, JB,
Peyton, Sam. He watches everybody.
and he'll ask for him. He'll be like,
He'll go to his hoop and like he'll be like just shooting his hoop. He's like, oh, Peyton makes, and he hears what the announcer says, and he'll start saying it. He'll be like, oh, bang, Hendricks from downtown. I'm like, oh my gosh.
yeah, I blocked his shot, and he goes, Dada, did you see that? Blocked by Welsh.
Anytime I block a shot,
Sure.
anytime I block a shot, blocked by White. Yeah, it's
cool.
crazy how
quick he like knows,
Yeah.
like he's tapped in.
Yeah, so Drew, you know that everything you say, my son will eventually say. So be locked in.
He locked in. Hendricks is listening, Drew.
Real. Yeah, because one time I like grazed the rim, and Drew said, Derrick climbs the ladder. And so anytime he went and dunked, he'd be like, oh, Hendricks climbs the ladder. And so like, it's kind of like, but yeah, like watching them grow and
It's fire, man.
yeah. So
Being a dad, man, it's incredible.
yeah.
Well, you guys might notice our voices are a little hoarse. We got another special shout out for two of our best friends, Red, Josh Repine, and KJ, also known as Catherine. They got married this past
Repine.
weekend.
KJ Repine.
Yeah, Catherine Addy is now Catherine Repine. Whoa, that is crazy to say. Mr. and Mrs. Repine. They got married. It was our last weekend in Colorado. So we topped it off with a bang. We went to their wedding up in Beaver Creek, Colorado. We golfed. We toured up. Derrick and I dressed up. We had cowboy hats, cowboy boots. Wedding was so beautiful. We danced. We partied. They had a live band, and we were kind of trying to outsing the band. So that's why our voices sound like this. We're still recovering.
Yeah.
So apologies if we're a little scratchy, but that is why. Big shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Repine. They're on a flight right now for their honeymoon going to Greece. We love you guys. That was an amazing wedding, and we had a blast.
Yeah. Too much fun. The Red made me do a speech.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was sweating for about.
You did good. You've came a long way since my wedding.
I'm still. You see what kind of hatness? Yeah. I was bad. I'm the worst public speaker known to man,
Got a lot.
which is kind of crazy because we're doing a podcast. But I don't know. I was so nervous, so I had to get a little liquid courage before that.
We did.
Keep it rolling.
Your speech was good, man.
Yeah.
It was good.
But that was an amazing wedding. First live band I've ever been to at a wedding.
It was awesome.
And I was a little nervous going into it, like, oh, what's a live band? Because in my mind, I just picture like
Twist and Shout.
like Step Brothers.
Yeah.
They only know a little bit. And if you ask them to do something they don't
But
know,
no.
like they won't do it. But like, no, that was amazing.
No, they did headlines by Drake. They did a Cardi B song. They were like mixing in like a lot of classics, obviously, as you'd imagine. But like when headlines from Drake came on, fire. That band was so talented.
Yeah.
They were amazing.
Yeah, no, I was at the bar just kind of like, it's the beginning, like dance floor hasn't really started. And they're playing headlines, and Hannah and our other good friend Dan come sprint to me. Shout out to them because I love headlines. It's probably my favorite song.
It's my favorite Drake.
It is Drake's best song, and they're like, you have to come out right now. They're playing headlines, and I was like, what? The live band is playing headlines to start.
Yeah.
Like, but they were unbelievable. It was kind of like a karaoke thing. I don't know how to really explain what they were doing, but any song we wanted, they could play, and
like a variation. It was
like, yeah, I don't know, Red, all of them. Shout out to I don't even know what the
I
band
don't even know
was
what the
called.
band was, but they were
Shout out
awesome.
to them, man. It was unbelievable, and
Yeah.
too much singing, too much jumping on the dance floor.
Too much yelling at each other 3 feet from the band, like, bro, are you hearing this? But that's a great sign. You get a hoarse voice from a wedding. It means you had a good time. Another big shout out, KJ and Red. Amazing wedding. Food, the flowers. This is a crazy thing to say as a man, I feel like, but I did notice the flowers. The flowers were immaculate. KJ, you looked amazing.
It's a Gianna.
Oh yeah, see.
She softened you up.
There we go.
So I did not notice the flowers.
Man, they were great. Well, at dinner, I was like sitting in the flowers, but food was good. Flowers were amazing. The speeches. Okay, last thing we'll say about it is 5 or 6 people gave speeches the night of the wedding. We gave ours the night before. Incredible speeches. John Repon, Red's dad. Holy cow.
Top to bottom.
That was like maybe the best wedding speech I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It was
like every person that gave a speech, they killed it.
killed it.
I'm like, how'd you guys do that?
I looked over. You want to talk about getting soft? Derrick doesn't even have any daughters. I looked over a couple times and his eyes were welled up.
I never know.
You were welled up.
Did I
man.
cry?
I didn't see any tears come out, but you welled up.
No. But Red was like,
I couldn't really see you because my eyes were welled up with Chris.
Red said something in his speech. He was like, nothing's better in light than a green light in basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met KJ. I was like, oh, that's a bar.
That was a bar.
I never heard that before, and there's a couple things I never heard from. Like, oh,
What did they say? I think Red said it. He said, or no, KJ's sister said, I hope your love for each other grows every single day. And I hope today is the least you love each other.
That was good.
That was crazy. That blew my mind. That was a really good quote.
Bar.
We got to use that as a cheers. We got to pocket that one.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on. We just wanted to explain our voices.
Yeah.
As you see, we are in a little bit different attire as well. We just came from the Payton Pritchard Family Foundation Golf Tournament in Sakaness in the Cape Cod area.
Better than me.
It's a tough word to say, but amazing time. Shout out Peyton for having us. We had a blast.
Yeah, it was
like
we don't golf too much, which we can talk about, but
yeah.
We were just thankful that P wanted us to go there, and
huge turnout too.
Yeah, great people around. Like Peyton always surrounds himself with great people, but beautiful course, beautiful foundation, and we went out there, had fun. We putted, hit a boat, like a lot of stuff was going on, but it was a really cool event. I think this is Payton's first year, and so hopefully we get invited back next year and like continue to be a part of it. And
I would love to go back. That was a really good time. We golfed with our foursome was Baylor Shireman and Craig. What's Craig's last name?
Lucian. Come on, Craig.
Come on, Craig. It's on the Celtic staff. Man, we had a blast. We were playing best ball off the best tee shot, and Craig, we used a couple of Craig shots. We did, but Baylor really carried us.
Yeah, it was good.
Baylor can swing a golf.
We had the rare. It's probably.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if this is ever done before. It probably has, but
for sure.
We had 3 lefties.
Derrick, Baylor, and Craig, lefty, which probably no one knows about you. Maybe there's some golf footage of you with the Celtics, but shoot a basketball right-handed, swing a golf club left-handed, which there's some debate. So
my whole life I've been a lefty
in baseball, and
so my dad made me a lefty, and so like I'm a natural righty, and so like me hitting right-handed is not crazy, but I've always hit left-handed in baseball, and so what's the big difference between baseball and golf? And so I just hit left-handed my whole life in golf.
I don't know, man. Okay, so at the end of the tournament, we're all at the clubhouse having some food, and they do this challenge, hit the boat. So there's a little thing of turf like right up at the clubhouse, and 143 yards down, there's a little like rowboat in this pond, and you pay per hit per person to hit it, and then there's a cash prize. And Derrick goes up and hits, and they just had a set of golf clubs. All our golf clubs are already put away. And they're all righties. Well, there were some lefties, but for whatever reason, you're like, I'll hit it righty.
Well, I didn't know there was lefties when I went up there, so I had already mentally prepared myself to hit right-handed.
And he grabs a right-handed wedge, hits a couple shots, and everyone is like, why were you golfing left-handed today? Like, your swing looks better right-handed. So there's some debate. Okay.
Baylor did say the best 3 shots I seen you hit today.
We're at the boat. They were at the boat.
It was in a controlled setting, but I do want to get more into golf, so I do need to like decide. I think I'm much more consistent right-handed, but
That should be your answer right
but
there.
I can hit it farther left-handed, and that's so
But
much
the
cooler.
distance will come with the right hand as soon as you start working on the swing.
No, I think I have a cap.
I don't know. I think
I think
maybe
could,
you should
I
have
think I could be better as a lefty. Like I could be like here as a lefty, but that could also be like down here. But like as a righty, I could be like here and like here, you know?
Yeah, I do think that you should explore both. And I think that you should go to somebody and like swing both ways and let like a golf pro be like, tell you. And that would give you enough confidence to be like, all right, I'm going one way or the other.
I've always been able to like if I go like go to Top Golf is really where I found out. You know, I was like I could always like I've been like you guys hit left hand, I'll hit right handed, and then I'd always do better than
Bro, if I picked up a left-handed golf club, I did. I tried to hit your left-handed wedge. Bro, no way. Like that was crazy to see. That was a very athletic thing you do. We also got to talk about we've never golfed with a caddy before. Okay, so our caddy, Sakinesset in Cape Cod. His name is AJ Gates. This kid, what? Okay, so I know like when you think about a caddy, and I know this was a little different because we had so many people playing. We were trying to keep the speed. So the caddy, he was running ahead, and he would like, okay, so we get to the first hole. This is crazy. We're all like warming up. The group in front of us goes. We're like warming up, getting ready to hit. We're right about to tee off, and AJ goes, all right, I'll meet you guys on the fairway. Bro takes off, sprinting. This kid was sprinting all day, like fast. He never stopped running. He would sprint halfway down the course, come back to us, wouldn't even be breathing hard. And what he would do is he would stand down the green. And anybody that golfs and listening to this and has done this before, bear with us. This was our first time. We thought it was awesome.
yeah, I've never seen this before.
He would stand, he's like way down, and he'd watch our ball, and he finds every ball. Derrick and I are smacking it into the forest. He would go find them almost every time. Like
I swear he had a ball tracker. I was like, AJ, did you find a ball tracker? Like he was out there just running laps back because I had hit the ball left.
Yeah.
Welsh hit the ball right, and somehow he had both. I'm like,
by the time we got to him in the cart,
down and back?
He had both.
But
yeah, so he would be
unbelievable.
downrange, and he can also watch the ball. Like he never didn't see the ball, so he would hit it, and sometimes
struggle with that.
Yeah, I can never track my own ball, so he would signal to us. This would mean
We all learned this today.
you're in the rough.
No, safe.
You're safe.
You're safe, but
You could play it.
yeah.
This means you're in the fairway.
Touchdown.
Touchdown. Baylor would just be screaming, touchdown. And then this is like out of bounds.
So we're like, and he did this one time.
I don't know what that means, but some of those are on mine. But like, shout out AJ. AJ Gates, legend. That was a cool
Yeah,
experience.
he was awesome.
Derrick was like, next
Unbelievable
off
finding the
season,
ball.
I'm going to caddy to stay in shape and just sprint the golf course all day.
Yeah, my preseason conditioning is gonna be to be a caddy and just sprint. Like he was unbelievable. He would run all the way down. He'd chase after the balls, and they would never come back exhausted. And this was the first time ever having a caddy,
Yeah.
and I didn't even know that was.
He's also a big help. Like, what we should hit it. Look out for this.
Yeah.
This is how it's going to roll.
Craig was using AJ. a lot
Craig every
for
putt
the
was like,
green.
what do you see here, AJ?
Yeah, he was like, I was like, AJ, don't tell me what to do on the green. I have no idea what I'm doing, and so like, let me just hit it at the hole.
Yeah.
And it was actually kind of working out for me. But like, I've never had a caddy before, and like, just for him to like give you a little piece of advice or
So helpful.
yeah, what club do you use?
Yeah.
Like,
We,
oh,
should
it was
we,
all
should we,
good stuff.
should we tell our scores? Should we say them publicly?
There's a dispute over your score after what I've seen. You
One
put
hole.
down.
One hole. I'll say.
Yeah, I don't remember the other holes.
I don't know about that. Derrick shot a 112. I didn't shoot much better. I shot a 108. Technically a 107, but he doesn't believe one of the holes. So
No, not at all. We did the last hole. I know damn right. That last hole, you did not do one better than me.
whatever, bro.
And you put one better than yourself. And so now I got to question every hole prior. But
Whatever.
yes, he beat me. And, but it was all for fun.
I'm a positive guy. It was for a great cause. We had a blast. That's all that matters. And the way I look at it in a positive outlook is we can only get better. I mean, we could definitely have a worse score, but we can only get better.
If I become a righty, like you beat me with my weak hand. So
That's crazy.
you're not going to become a righty, I don't think. I could, but I don't think I'm going to.
Whatever, man. That was a blast. Peyton, thank you for having us. It was really cool to meet a lot of your people that you're close to. The Payton Pritchard Family Foundation is an amazing cause, and your family, you put on a great weekend, and we were grateful to be there. And
Payne's a good guy, and obviously surrounds himself around good people. And we didn't see Payne golf, but
we saw a scorecard.
Yeah, they said he's really good and something.
It was fun.
Yeah,
I think it's just going to keep getting bigger and better.
It has to.
Yeah, it was a blast. Thanks for having us. That was a lot of fun. All right, cool, man. We're kind of wrapping up your summer. We talked about it once before on the pod. My family uses the term gold medal moment of a vacation or a day or an event, whatever. What was your gold medal moment of this summer?
It's tough to pick just like one spot or one moment. Honestly, probably Singapore. Like just seeing the world in a different way and traveling the world and like being in Singapore and seeing the sights, seeing the view, seeing how clean it is. Like that was amazing. And obviously like just doing the basketball stuff was a lot of fun for me. And like it was just a great time just to kind of get away and
it's nice,
fun.
Like mom and dad time too.
Yeah,
no
like
kids,
just us two.
Gone about a week.
We basically ate up, did things that we've never done before, and seen things we've never seen before, and like it was a really fun 5-6 days we had together. That was probably my gold medal moment. That and just spending more time with the kids. But I would pick the Singapore.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sorry, kids.
Sorry, boys.
Silver moments, hanging out with Dax and Henny.
Still on the podium.
Yeah.
No, that's
respectable.
That's cool. Yeah, I know that you had a great trip. I mean, you talked pretty highly of it previously on the podcast, and it was fun. I'd like to see Singapore. I'd like to go. Yeah,
I'd highly recommend. Not close, but especially if I'm here in Boston, you might as well not do it. But or go to Europe.
Yeah.
But it was a great time, and hopefully, like when we get back to Singapore another time and bring like my parents. Like it was cool, like experiencing Asia. I mean, like I've been to different places in Asia, but like different like cultures, different. Obviously, just the way of living out there is different, and it was really fun.
You said it was clean. I heard it's like they take it so seriously. Yeah.
We're chewing gum right now, and we would be not doing that in Singapore.
You're not allowed to chew gum?
No. Well, they said you can chew gum, but you have to bring it. Like you can't buy you can't buy and sell gum in Singapore. It's interesting.
Do you think
like
about
drugs?
It's interesting. I mean, you think about like big cities and there's like gum everywhere. It's like on the ground, underneath stuff. Yeah, it's pretty gross.
So I think if you bring it there, or I don't know if it's called smuggling, but I think you can do that.
Can you like if you're at the camp, there's like a kid from Singapore, could you give him a slice?
I don't know. Probably. I don't think it matters if he's from Singapore or not, but I don't know exact rules.
Did you choose
that might be buy or selling? No. I respect the
law-abiding citizen, or not a citizen, but law-abiding tourist.
Yeah. But
that's interesting.
It was kind of different. Yeah. But like you could kind of see like how clean everything was, and like the way they do it is I respect it. So yeah, maybe we need to clean up the cities here in the States.
Yeah, well, I mean that's a whole nother conversation. I'm sure that there's room for improvement in most cities, but all right, man. Well, we got another countdown coming up. We got from the day we're recording this about 2 weeks until training camp. So we got the countdown going for training camp. We're at the 2-week mark. By the time this releases, it'll be about a week. Year 9. What are your expectations for training camp? Like, what does it feel like going into your 9th training camp?
Well, I mean, every training camp is different. You never really know what your coach is gonna brew up, and knowing Joe,
playing for Joe is you really don't know.
Yeah, like if he was a regular coach, he wouldn't know. But now, like Joe, he could get anything, which is the exciting part. Like I'm coming to training camp, like open minded. things are gonna be different, obviously, but they kind of have the open mind of let's do something new, let's try something different, let's learn how we can grow, how we can get better from last season. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing like what we do, and I mean us working on that. This will start at training camp. Like it will start today. It started yet. Like started this morning. It started like we've been working through it. So like that's the interesting thing is like it doesn't start at training camp, but there's just different way of playing, different way of how the league is changing, and you just try to be the best at how the league is going.
So how long, like how is the training camp structured? Like how long is it? Are you going every day of the week? Do you have off days? Are you in the weight room every day and then on the court? Like, and I know that you don't exactly know, but generally speaking, like what does training camp look like?
Um, so it's kind of like you do one day, maybe like 2 days, 3 days. You get an off day. Like it kind of depends around what the preseason schedule is. I mean, some coaches like to do 2 days. Some coaches like to just do one practice in the morning and be done. Or we might do a practice and like go watch some film, come back and just kind of go over like what we just watched. And so, I don't know like exactly what we're gonna do, but it's gonna be exciting. And the lifting schedule is kind of your discretion, like how you want to lift. Do you want to lift every day? Do you want to lift every other day? Do you want to lift twice or four? Like that's like the good thing about being in the NBA. Like you can kind of take control of your plan, and you got to understand like what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and like that's kind of like what the learning curve. Obviously, you come in the league, they kind of basically tell you what to do.
But as a year 9 guy, you have a little
Yeah,
more say.
now I have more say of. Nah, I think I should do this. I think this one should be more of a mobility day. This one should be like a heavier lift. Like,
It's kind of also like how you're feeling. Like they'll ask you, I'm sure, like, how are you feeling this morning? Like,
yeah, and like I have I'm more aware of where I need to be at this moment versus when I first get in the league. I'm like, tell me where I need to be at this moment,
yeah.
or like I'm hoping this is where I need to be. So, kind of have a little bit more say. But other than that, like when Joe wants to practice,
You'll be there.
I can't wait for it.
So you go like you pretty fair to say like you're going 5 to 6 days out of the week.
That seems like a lot, but I don't know. Maybe some days.
You've been through 9 training
It
camps.
kinda
How many days a week are you guys normally been in training camps?
So I would guess like Monday, Tuesday, and then like Wednesday off, and then Thursday, and then because they kind of changed the schedule now, so it's shorter. And then last season was different because we flew to Abu Dhabi, and so that kind of changed some things. But it kind of just depends on when our preseason game is, what the coach wants to do, young team, old team, new team, been there before. So that kind of changes like what the training camp is gonna be like, because like if you had a team before that was basically the same team as the day before, like it's not as much learning
Mm-hmm.
or like going over things. It's just kind of like let's just pick back up from where we were. Versus like we have a young team, of a new team, get them up to speed, teach them, learn them, kind of grow the system that way.
What have you in your time in Boston? Is there any crazy training camp Joe stories about like off the wall stuff that you've done?
Yeah, duh. Um,
You just say duh.
duh. We did this thing where if you win a drill, seem like there's a winner. Like usually the loser runs, but we did this thing where the winners run. Like you're getting rewarded by running. It's like we got to change our mindset that like winning is the reward, and like running is our like reward, and like we don't get to stand by and just watch. Like it's hard to win, and so like I don't know, it makes it harder. It was actually like I think it was a cool message. It's like you win, you can't relax.
Mm.
Like you lost. It's kind of weird because you lose. You're like,
Sit down for a second.
but like you win, you can't really relax because there's another obstacle. There's another thing. Like we won, we just competed in that drill. We finally won. Now we gotta do it down and back, and like So there's another obstacle to always overcome, and it was a cool message. It was something that I never heard. Nate Tomlinson was there. He was coach at Providence. Now he's at CU. He was like, I love that. Like I have never heard something like that before, and like that was so awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so that was kind of something that I've never heard before or heard since, and I had fun with that actually.
What is it like at this level? You mentioned like, okay, we got to run. It's a down and back, and like everybody runs different, right? There's a million different ways you can condition on the basketball court. You can run suicides and lane slides. You can do literally anything. 17s, down and backs, double down and backs. Like there's a million ways to do it. In a situation like that, you just won the drill. I would assume like a down and back, something quick.
Yeah, I mean like do it down the back and then get straight to the next
I
drill.
got it. What about the like conditioning piece of a training camp? You know, right? Like you think about like preseason in college, like a lot of it is like
Yeah.
you're running the 17s, you're running suicides, you're doing all these timed running drills. Same the league or not really? I would assume that you kind of have a responsibility to come into camp in shape.
I think that's kind of like people that use, what is it, like 95%, and that's maybe low, come into the training camp in shape.
Right.
Because it's like basketball has turned into a year-round sport, and everybody has a gym they can go to. Everybody has something, and like so, I don't think there's as much like running,
Like in college.
or because people like been playing basketball, especially like with the Euro stuff, and like how many Europeans are playing the league, and how many like there's a lot going on. But like there's definitely like some things like in San Antonio we used to do this suicide time thing. It was kind of like a ramp up, like you get hurt or something, you would do that. Boston, we have something that we do too, but for the most part, it's playing, like down backs, this,
Live
that,
action.
next drill, like let's keep moving. Like there's really no way to get in shape in basketball unless you play.
Agree.
Like you can run suicides all day, you can run down the bags, you can run miles, and you still get on that court, you're exhausted because there's really no simulating basketball conditioning unless you're playing. So I think that's like the most important thing, is just getting up, down, playing, just hooping.
Yeah. Hooping off vibes, man. What did Katie say? It's just hoop, man.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that's what you should want to do, and like
For sure. I'd
should
rather
have to do
live action than run
Yeah.
lines.
for real. Like
Remember-
I would hoop all day, and like, but if you asked me to run a mile, like
Would you, or not would you, do you remember Vegas runs from UCCS? It's like
yes.
1, 3,
3,
5, 7,
9,
9.
11, 9,
back
7, 5, 3, 1. I actually did not mind those.
Yeah, you
I wasn't too bad at them.
you weren't bad at them. The problem is, okay, so a Vegas run is, when you say those numbers, it's how many downs or how many court lengths. So one, obviously you're just running one baseline to the other, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and they're all timed. And they would split us in groups, and I always felt confident that I would make them. But the problem is, if someone in your group doesn't make it, you got to do it again. And like I was like stretch 4, so I got like our centers. So my group was not making it a lot. So like the guards burning rubber up and down. They're not repeating a lot. And my group would like repeat.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I've always thought that was interesting how, I guess kind of both ways, is like if a dude can't make it, you got to do it again. Like you should not be able to make it the next time. So I thought it was interesting how you make it the next time.
Yeah.
That like
You're already tired.
That's always frustrated me. Like you just did 7 and you miss a time. Like why did you get the time the last time? Like I think it's like a mentality thing, which I mean I've never really had trouble like getting the time, but yeah, that's always like frustrating me. Someone's like I don't understand. Like
It's also like you're like, I'm thinking about like you and Luke Cornett running 11 court lengths. You're inevitably going to be faster at them. So I'm like, why was my group the same time as you? Like the guards. I'm like, this is crazy. We had a 7-footer on our team. Like this dude not going to make it. Like he's just not going to get
the time
faster.
was incorrect at UCCS.
Oh, I would get.
How like the bigs, they were like a second faster. Like we had 11 seconds. You guys have 12.
Oh,
That was, yeah. No, that was
interesting.
that was fun, but
yeah, that's interesting.
I hate conditioning, but it is necessary.
Necessary. There's like a quote. It's like, something about like fatigue makes
a coward of us all.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a fact.
Facts, for sure. Who do you think this is a good question. Who do you think the most well-conditioned player on the team is? Go off last year. Like, who is that dude that you're like, they just are never tired?
Payton's a good one, they say. Like, you can look at the 41 point, or 43. 41. Like, he came in at the 6-minute mark in the first quarter and never came out again. Like, he just loves playing. He can hoop all day. I think JB's in elite condition, and like,
I just saw a post of him today about his underwater workouts, like how he's so like there's like so much science behind that.
yeah, like especially like those two guys, like they guard and like, they score, they evolved in action, like this and that, and like it's hard to do both.
Did you see JB's comments on guarding both sides of the ball?
Guarding both sides of the ball? I'm
sorry, playing both sides of the ball.
But yeah,
that was in the weight room.
No, it is definitely a fact. And like there was, I think like I found out about it like in San Antonio, like DeMar was out, like a bunch of people were out, and like I was the guy, and and like, but like I was also like in charge of guarding like the best player, and like I'm like in the third quarter, I'm like, why am I so tired? Like this is just different, and it was just like I'm doing more offensively than I was like accustomed to doing, because like defensively it was like the same that I've always done, but I was trusted more on offense to run a team play make, instead of being able to just dribble down, pass it to DeMar, and
go to the corner,
kind of just stand here, or to LA and kind of just relax for a little bit. Not really relax, but I'm like, it's not me coming off the ball screen, breaking it down, and hitting a puck or hitting someone and they're catching, shooting, or something like that. So that was kind of like the first time I was like, oh, my eyes open. It's like, you have to be in an elite shape to, I mean, like you look at JB in the finals, like he's picking up Luka full court, and then offensively, like, go get us a bucket, go create for us. You have to be in an elite shape to be able to do both, because there's no time to relax. Or the other way, like there's offensive guys that, and they'll guard someone on defense where he's just kind of standing there, or he's just like off ball guy. So you're not as locked in as guarding a star or whatever it might be. So it goes both ways.
When you transferred from UCCS to CU, we opened up our season at the Disneyland Classic. And I remember, I probably texted you after the game, but I was having that same feeling, because I was living the good life, right? Like pick and pop, hang out in the dunker spot, wait for all the attention to get to you. And then I was getting it. I was catching doubles. I was like, oh my God, this is exhausting. I was so worn out, and I never missed more than that. Those first couple of games, I was like, why did he leave, man? I'm dying out here. I was exhausted.
It's just a different kind of like conditioning.
For sure.
Different kind of focus.
Like mentally, I was worn out.
Yeah.
I remember I was coming down and I was playing like 1 through 5. And I'm like, I didn't really have to play like 1, 2, or 3 while you were there, because you got it. You had it. And I was never in the game without you. I was like, what am I doing? I think I had like my first game, I had like 25-10.
Humble brag.
Humble brag, but it gets worse. 25-10, like 7 turnovers. I was like, I was just like coming down trying to do too much. But yeah, I never thought I was like a crazy well-conditioned basketball player, and I'm like, fatigue makes a coward out of any man. They were like, it'd be like second half, bro. I'd be like, I'm waiting. I'm gonna jog up, set this pick and pop, hope Derrick scores. I need a break.
That's funny. That's like your biggest pet peeve now, is something that's unconditioned.
I do be saying that.
Like, what? I can't believe how unconditioned he is right now. Like, are you kidding me?
I do be chirping.
But like, not like a star, two-way player, like all that is a different kind of conditioned that you kind of have to do it. Like I said, like you can't like replicate that
Yeah.
until you do it. And like the more
Also,
you
like,
do it, the more you're used to it, the more you can.
okay, so you've been in. This will be your ninth training camp. I want to hear your hardest and also easiest training camp out of those years.
I would say my hardest would have to be last year. I don't know if it was harder than the year before. I don't know if it was because we won a championship. I don't know. Like, it's like kind of hard. Like all the Celtics one kind of like blend together in my mind for some reason. But like Joe did coming in is like we have to make this difficult. Like we have to like push ourselves. We have to like not make us comfortable. Like it has to be hard. And so, like maybe Joe just saying that, but before I had it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a tough one. But I think it was like a really exciting one. Like we got after it. We played a lot. Um, kind of changed a little bit things, and so that was a fun one.
Was there any did Joe have any other like Joe moments in that training camp? Any like off the walls that you guys did?
I mean, the running for the winners
That
was
was
probably it, but the biggest one. No, I mean, I think some of the drills that we do is unique, different. Like he's obviously loves soccer and like just kind of take some things and make some basketball version and they're different, but like we embrace it, we had fun with it, like we got better from it. And so those are probably the things is like these little drills that I mean probably made up that probably nobody's ever done before and they're the they kind of just make us better and like we do them throughout the whole year and we do a shoot around and stuff and so uh, that's probably like the big most Joe thing outside of running.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, let me. I want to know the quote unquote. Feels like the wrong word to say, like the easiest
Yeah.
one, but whatever, for lack of a better word, easiest.
It kind of have to be my first year.
Really?
Like maybe maybe because I never been to a training camp before, so I didn't know what to expect, and I just thought it would be the hardest thing in my life. But I also came to a team in San Antonio that had Tony Parker, that had Manu Ginobili, that had Pau Gasol. Danny Green has been there forever. Patty Mills was there forever. Kawhi was still there. Like there were so many people that had played high level basketball, and then there were so many people that had played high level basketball with the Spurs.
Right.
And so I remember like going into the season, like, I don't know if we're ready. Like, we haven't really done too much. Like, kind of just have practice for like an hour 15, and everybody goes and like does their thing. And so I was I had no prior reference. So I wasn't like, I was like, hey, Pop, I think we should,
Are we doing enough?
yeah, I think we should maybe do a little bit more. But we started that year off like 7-0. Like we were like the last undefeated team. And then like at that moment I was like, yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Like I need to learn a lot. And but like looking back on it, like we had such a veteran team.
Right.
We had
And a lot of those guys that were at the tail end of their career, so
yeah.
2-hour days and like to the point you made earlier about like I know what is best for my body, like in the weight room. Those guys at that point in their career, they knew what was best for them as a team, as a starting five on the floor, and
Yeah.
there was no teaching. Like it was like they know it like the back of their hand.
Yeah, exactly. So like that them, yeah, them knowing what they need and like Pop understanding like what that team needed. And so I would say that's the easiest, but
For good reason. It makes perfect sense. Did you have any moments in that training camp? Obviously, you probably had a ton of moments where you're like this is crazy. Like, did you ever have like any conversations or moments in that training camp with any of those vets that you were with that like is very memorable?
yeah. I would say just like Patty was just like so excited every day. I'm like, how are you so excited every day? He's like we get to come play basketball like
So dope.
I'm like he doesn't like shake like that, but like Well, I don't know I was doing that, but like he's just like so excited. He just has great energy, great vibes, and he just kind of like changed my like perspective on like yeah, this is a job, but this is also like to have fun and like how he plays at his best and how he's the best teammate is by having that juice. And so that was kind of like the biggest thing I took. But like also just like watching how guys get ready, guys prepare. Um it was really entertaining and like
I bet.
it helped me become who I am today and how I develop, how I prepare. And so um vets will never die. Like vets are so important in this league. And that was like a big thing for me is like at the time I don't realize that. But even like Rudy, that was like Rudy's first year in San Antonio. And he's like, this is a little bit different than every team I've ever been on. And like he kind of had that learning curve of like what's going on in San Antonio. And so kind of like, oh, like it is a little different here. That was kind of like made me nervous when I got traded because I'm like, I don't know how different. Like all I know is this, and everybody says it's so much different here than everywhere else. And so, it is a little different in San Antonio. Um, like they kind of like want you to be fresh for the games and rather than kill you in practice. But they also had a veteran team, guys that have. I mean, I mentioned all Hall of Famers. I didn't even mention like LA. They had Hall of Famers. They didn't need to kill us in that training camp.
For sure. All right, I got 2 questions, and then we'll kind of move on here. But outside of the practice facility in San Antonio, there's the hill, the turf hill. It's like this crazy. It looks like it's literally just like a turf hill.
Slope.
Yeah, and there's like a railing at the top. Did you guys use that in training camp?
No, I never did.
You never used it?
I never seen anybody use it. I think they stopped using it like I think 2 or 3 years before I got there. I don't know if someone like rolled down or got hurt
Oh
or
my God.
I think Tim liked it. But I never used it, thankfully. It looked crazy.
It does look crazy. It's massive. Where was your locker? I was at the practice facility, I think your rookie year. I can't remember though. Who was your locker in between?
I was by Manu. I want to say I was by Kawhi and Manu, but I was not by Kawhi. I was by, like, I was in between Manu and Pau.
What?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Did you like give me like a Manu or a Pau story? Like
Pau was awesome. And like he was much more like vocal and like he would like kind of like and he would just be like, this is what we did in LA and like so I could kind of see like the difference between like
he would
Phil Jackson versus Pop. And like the difference between them and how their coaching styles, how they coach. Which I thought was pretty cool. And then like Manu, like the little things like he did to just kind of mess around, like while being serious. Like they used to be, he'd have a foam roller, like he'd stick it up him before every game. He'd run up and kick it and flip and try to flip and like hold it like on the other side. But like he used to do like mess around, like do a lot of things like that, and like I kind of. That's kind of like something that I like enjoyed.
That sounds like you now.
And like, if Manu did it, like, maybe I can do it too. So like, but like Manu, like, he was always like super nice. Like I have nothing but great things to say of Manu, and probably in the locker room, I don't really remember like a memorable moment, but like just seeing the way he operated day to day, it's kind of like influenced everything I've done in my career.
That's fire. That's the first time I've ever heard you say that. That's cool. Manu's never been on a podcast to our knowledge. That's a dream guest.
That would be so awesome.
That would be so awesome. Manu or Pal, that would be crazy. That would be like a 5-hour podcast. I would have so many things that I wanted to talk about.
Those guys are legends, Hall of Famers. Like
you felt like
in the NBA, Euro, like
legends, basketball legends. Do you think they were like looking out for you? Like obviously you're the rookie in between them. You feel like were there moments where you felt like they're like, hey, Dwight, let's go here, let's do this. And you had those moments.
100%. And like they didn't have to, obviously, but like I think they just saw something in me, and like just seeing how Pau is, like we had team dinner and like there was a joke where Bryn was gonna pay for it. And Pau was like, no, like you would, like, because Bryn was second year at the time. He's like, no, you would never pay for a dinner. Like this is my responsibility as like the vet. I was like, oh, that was cool. It was a joke because it was Pop actually paying for it, but Bryn had his card. So we went to a steakhouse. It was like everybody's there, but like Pop heard about it and gave Bryn his card, and so Bryn was like gonna pay for it, but Pal was like, no, like no way, like what? And so, but it was actually Pop, which is pretty cool by Pop. But
So Pop ended up paying for it via Bryn, or did Pau?
no, Pop paid for it, but
He let him once he found out it was Pop's card.
yeah. But
That's cool.
It was a cool story.
You always see like I see it in the NFL a lot, and they're like, go out, it's like a $30,000 dinner, and they give it to some rookie, and they're like, what?
It wasn't like that kind of dinner, but it was still like a steakhouse, and
All the
there was
guys.
still like 10 of us, whatever. At
Yeah, I'm sure it was still crazy.
But well, not 30,000. That's what I'm saying. But that was pretty cool to see. And then like Manu always gave me like confidence, and like I kind of like, I wouldn't say I'm Manu-ish, but like I kind of like seen like what he did. I was like, oh, I can like kind of emulate. But I remember like the first time like I was really playing, I was playing as the Warriors. Like Tony was out, DeJounte was out, and Patty was in foul trouble. We had another point guard. I was like the fifth string. Anyways, so like it was me. Like I had to go in, and like it was the end of the quarter, and like I was like kind of like standing there, and I was like looking at Manu. I was like, you want the ball, like the end of quarter, like, and he was just like, you go, like this is on you. And it was like we ran this play that like Manu always runs, but like he let me run at that time, and I was able to make a play, like make a spin, shoot a layup, and it was big for like my confidence. Like Manu trusted me not to turn it over. Manu like believed in me to make a play, and so that was huge. Like slow-mo came up at me, like it doesn't matter if it's open gym, pick up, like this is basketball. Oh, like it was like a little moment, but like if Manu didn't tell me to just go, like I wouldn't, slow wouldn't be able to tell me like it's just basketball, and like it kind of registered in my mind like it is just basketball. Like I've been doing moves like this like my whole life, and like how can I have that confidence in myself as a rookie? I wouldn't say I was the most confident rookie, but like it helped me. But like it kind of started with Manu.
It's like a piece of the puzzle. Yeah. And so, is it true those guys would drink like black coffee before the game?
Coffee gang? I don't know if Manu did. I heard Boris Diaw used to. Patty had coffee. He has like a cup of like espresso. There's like espresso maker. That's people do it all the time now.
Yeah, that's fair. I remember it was like a thing like back in the day. They're like, Spurs, these guys are sipping espressos, black coffees before they hit the floor.
We had a coffee gang.
I remember.
That was fun. And we used to go to coffee gang, and I was like a rookie, didn't drink coffee at all, but I just wanted to be a part of it. And so I'd go with them and order hot chocolate. And so they'd be drinking all these, they'd be like pictures of it, like us, like, and I just got hot chocolate in a line. But I was like,
it's cool.
I think all those moments, especially like as a young player, like seeing how they are, like how they operate, like off the court is invaluable. And so like I kind of wanted to soak up as much information I could. Obviously you see what they do on the court, but like even like just hearing them talk, hearing stories, whether it's basketball related or not, like you kind of learn about how to be a pro, how to balance life on the court, balance life off the court. And so like they had team dinners, they had like those stuff like that. And like obviously San Antonio is like known for like their team dinners and stuff like that. But it was invaluable for me to learn from these vets, learn from these future Hall of Famers. Walk a couple blocks to a coffee shop as a team and kind of like just do that. It was really awesome.
There's a photo. You guys wore flannels? Coffee gang wore flannels or something?
What is it? Flanny Friday. That's Matt Bonner started that. Flanny Friday.
That's fire. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
You guys, there's like a photo. I think you guys are like in the tunnel.
Yeah, that was fun.
You guys like all have your coffees. It's cool.
Yeah,
We'll
Friday.
throw that up on the screen if we can find it. Cool, man. I just forget like the type of players that you were going through your first training camp with. Like, I'm glad we touched on some of those cool stories. Legends, the dream guest, Manu, Pau. That would be so sick to have them on.
Yeah,
Never know where this will go.
it's insane though. Like you look at my San Antonio team, even like Kawhi was there, and like just seeing Kawhi work out. Like, they play a lot, but like I was like, this is unbelievable. Like I remember like coming into the NBA and like so excited, and then like you see like guys that you've been watching your whole life. Like you see how big, physical, like I was like Rudy Gay. That's basically like a 5 my whole life, and this is a 3 that's done so many great things in the league, and like having him and having Tony be like who he is as a point guard, Manu who he is, as a Hall of Famer, Pau, LA. I couldn't help
It was crazy.
And then you look at like Danny Green had a hell of a career. Patty Mills had a hell of a career. And it's like not like I met them in year like 4. Like they were in like year 8, year 10. And so seeing how they operate, seeing how they get coached, seeing how their day-to-day goes, it was pretty crazy, honestly. And I don't think I was in an amazing situation. Like Goss had to play a lot because he's like, I want to play as a rookie, but like being able to just watch people that have done so many amazing things in the NBA kind of shows you like they painted the blueprint of how I can be successful, how I can take a little thing from Danny Green, how I can take a little bit from Patty. In the second year, I have Marco Bellinelli. How I can take something from him.
Oh my God, I forgot about Marco Bellinelli.
Like I have so many.
Boy, was shooting that shit.
How he leaned, bro. Like
Crazy.
moving up the ball. Like there's so many things I learned from all those guys where I've kind of take a little piece here, a little piece there, and kind of made it my own. And so vets are so important in this game, and I would not be here. I don't know, but I keep saying I would not be here. Who knows? But yeah, like I learned so much from all of them, and like I'm extremely thankful for that.
Yeah, I love that, man. It's like I said earlier, like a piece of the puzzle. Like those are all like pieces that you were sliding together and like sticking together, like little by little, like, yeah, those were some special years, man, for sure. All right, cool. Well, went to the facility this morning, saw you working, had a quick little workout before we went out to the golf tournament. You guys were wrapping up in true D White fashion with the little trick shot action. Today's trick shot was shooting from the right elbow. Ball had to go above the backboard on the arc and hit the backboard and go in. Yeah?
Yeah.
You made it. Very nice. We were up top. There's like food, and like kind of looks down the court, and there's like these big windows. And I'm kicking in. Brad Stevens walks out. Brad's always been super kind to me. He's awesome. Also a basketball savant, but I don't have to say that on this podcast. Everybody already knows that. Walks by and he's like, wow, look at all those coaches. Talk about attention. Because you had like 8 staff with you all doing the shot. He like went and grabbed somebody. He's like laughing and he's like, oh, they're doing trick shots. What's today's shot? I'm like, tell him. I'm like, man, they've been working on it for a minute. We haven't seen one go in yet. And he was actually standing right there when you made it, which was cool. I was like, oh, perfect time. He just made it. He's like, oh man, that's actually pretty quick. Sometimes on game days, they're like an hour shooting these shots. I'm like, an hour? Bro, go home. Eat your nap.
Yeah, no, it is some shots are difficult. And like I think like there's like one I can like really remember is when we were at like the top of the key or half court, I would say top of the key. We had to kick it in. And
did you make it?
Nobody could kick it in. And it was a game day. Nobody could kick it in. And so like from that point on, like that point, like we were kicking all the time and like nobody made it. That was like the first one that nobody like we hadn't made.
Right, you should bring it back.
And then like we had to put so now we put like a hard stop. But
time?
Yeah. Because like especially on game days, like me and Matt will like look at it. Like well at the beginning we don't put a time, but then we've done it for a while, we'll look up at like, all right, hard stop at 10, whatever what time it is. But it's kind of like there's a sweet spot to a trick shot. Like, we don't want to make it on the first try because then it's like, oh, was that hard enough? Like,
Yeah.
but you know what's crazy is there'd be a really good trick shot, and so it makes it first try, and you're like,
This is
what a
sucks.
waste.
Yeah, what a waste. You want to be
You
like,
don't want to like 30 shots, and you're like,
you want to be like
oh,
5 to 10 attempts,
yeah,
5 to 15
yeah,
attempts.
like 5, 3. If you making the third one, that's like borderline. Like, oh, that was. But it depends on how many people. Like today, I had a lot of coaches.
Hit a gang with you, bro.
I think it was partly because everybody was just like saying hello.
Yeah.
But like, if it's a fun one, people kind of get attracted to the basket.
For sure.
All
right, so if like you guys been going at it for a minute and somebody sees it, can they come over and get in?
Yeah,
That's cool.
everybody's always welcome to join.
What's,
Joe will not join.
he's never does it?
Never will.
That's so Joe.
Man,
speaking of Joe, Joe also came up and said what's up. And I've met Joe many times. He's just like a guy, and probably a lot of people know this and think this about him, but he's just like intense. And I know you don't, I mean, you think this about him, but you're around him every day. You know, like shake his hand. I'm like, oh, I don't get nervous. And I'm like, oh, Alex, like, I'm like, does he remember me? I've like been to his house. Like, does he remember me? I get all clammed up, like, Alex. And then I'm like, oh, I'm with Derrick. And he's like, my voice is like all cracky. And he's like, what? I was like, I'm with Derrick. He's like, oh, nice. And he walks over to the window. He's like, point guard. And you like look up and he's like, these guys with you. I was like, oh man, this is Joe.
yeah.
Joe makes me nervous, man. I think I've said it on
in and he was like, point guard, you're here. That was just amazing.
He like comes up to, I was like eating breakfast at the table. He comes up dripping in sweat. And I'm like, oh God, it's even more intimidating. Like, what's up, Joe? That one time we were at the facility that one night, I was like, oh, thanks for having me, coach. Like, it was fun. I was like shooting around. He's like, it's Joe. Don't call me coach. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. He's one of a kind. Almost everybody knows he's one of a kind, but
yeah,
I wouldn't train him for anybody.
That's the best.
Yeah. He's my favorite coach ever. But yeah, people always like meet him and everything. I always get a little nervous.
I'm like, when is this gonna go away? Like, I keep like seeing him and being around him. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
if it goes away.
It goes away.
Yeah, I don't know if it goes away.
And it just depends on the mood Joe's in when you see him every time. But like, obviously, like, great guy. But yeah, it was great. Point guard. My day is so much better. And I see,
it's fire.
I love you too, Joe.
All right. Well, I think it's a great segue. Talking about Joe, we can go. We can wrap up with the Greenie Green Light Special. Another question submitted by Dan Greenberg, Stoolie Greenie on Twitter. Yeah. How many seconds can you last in octagon with Joe?
Okay, so if we are,
AKA, how many circles can you run without him?
Can he catch me? He probably understands angles, can cut you off. Probably not a lot. 30? Is that? I think I could do more than 30. I think I could do more than 45. He knows things. And I've never really been in an octagon before. And I don't jiu-jitsu or anything. So I'm going to give me a respectable minute. Final
you're going up. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm going to give him a respectable minute. He's going to have to chase me for a little bit. And he's going to have to obviously do whatever move that he wants to do. And then he's going to have to make me.
You're going to fight it off for a few more seconds.
Yeah. And then I'll fight it off for a little longer than I should. And then minute is respectable.
That's respectable. It's a little ambitious, in my opinion.
You got under a minute?
Me?
No, like you're saying under a minute for me or over a minute?
I think under. We might be like, I don't know if Joe will see this, but we might be giving him some ideas for training camp. Puts you in a marshmallow suit.
If you ever put me in an octagon,
you just show up and there's an octagon on the court. Nope.
Yeah, that would be the day I just turn around.
Who do you think's got the best chance against him in the octagon? Like, who's gonna last the longest on the team? It's got to be like JB.
Yeah, JB. You would think. Maybe
strength.
like a big though, like Luka.
Yeah, but you can just that's like extra long limbs. You just tie him in a knot.
Yeah, but he just I don't know.
I don't know.
Nimi? I don't know.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, I wish I. Nah, not really. I have no interest in learning MMA. It is great to watch, but I have no interest in learning it, and definitely not a strength of mine. But I can do a minute.
All right. Final answer. A minute. Derrick versus Joe in the octagon. Let's hope we never see that.
We would never will.
Yeah. All right. Episode 8. That's a wrap. Anything else you want to add?
Do you guys miss the chalkboard?
Oh, the chalkboard.
I kind of miss it.
I kind of miss it. It would have felt pretty good. I think we may need to bring it back for episode 10 because I feel like that's going to be pretty cool getting in the double digits.
I'm in. I'm all for it. We'll ask some people.
Yeah, let us
if they
know.
miss it or not.
Let's run a poll. Chalkboard, no chalkboard. All right, cool. That's officially
Episode 8.